everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Seahawks come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the 49ers going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Again, it's Mixon. And some space here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Beathard to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Beathard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sign of relief. Huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now Beathard. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw is Beathard. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Beathard to throw. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And McManus able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing on first down. Quinn steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll throw here. Beathard. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First and goal here from the 9. To throw is Beathard. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Looking to throw. Quinn. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case...
So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw Beathard. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Quinn. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Throwing on third and long. Quinn. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 19 on third and 18, and that'll move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first and 10, Quinn. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On the toss, Mixon. 20. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and the lead extends. It's 15-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here we go now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Quinn. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. You also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again. Quinn. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll drop the throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This one taken just inside the 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that. And when they've tried
and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. K.D. Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Quinn. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Horvath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
A running play for Rawls. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Counter play, Rawls. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Quinn. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Slot man moves right. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 79 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They go again with Rawls. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 47 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Quinn. They set up the screen to Rawls. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at back to the Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on.
Here we go now. Number. Gone. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. The 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. K.D. Cannon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Throwing on first down. Quinn. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. off the play fake. Quinn fighting through pressure. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Quinn. That's complete. It's Rawls. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Here we go now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Quinn. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Quinn. He finds his running back, Rawls. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Quinn. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Fights off the defender. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, Are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Back to throw. Quinn caught left side. Hopkins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw. Quinn. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.